Okay, so just for everyone, 2 blocks and a strap again. And go ahead, Nicole.
Okay. First of all, maybe with the simpler ones first. I made myself a little plan. So every second day I do one of the lessons. Yay!
Wow, that's great.
But I wasn't sure if that's so. I mean, I've done a lot of sport, and you need to have a recovery time between stuff. So I know that, but I thought a day would be fine. But I realized I'm constantly tense in my legs now, which is semi-perfect, I think. So I wasn't sure if that might be, if I should break out longer with the pauses. And connected with that is I was thinking, does it make sense to maybe, you know, like we do 1 hour together, and does it make sense to connect, like, for example, if you have a back bend and a split session, and do like for one day 2 hours and then have a longer break and make it like that? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. I would think that maybe every second day is a bit too much, because yeah, it can get quite intense. So maybe you can have 2 days in between, something like that, or practice twice a week this, and then in the rest you can do something else as well, so that you don't do too much stretching, you know, because then it's we do a lot of how to say, craft, so yeah, building muscles and power, but still it can be too intense for the body. So maybe twice a week would be fine. And yes, you can combine them. So if you think, or if you remember, split, front split, for example, is a back bending already, even though very mild, because the pelvis is in an anterior tilt. So yes, you can have back bending and split together. You can also have hips and back bending. If you have time, you can just combine them. It's going to be a longer one, 2 hours, but why not? You can definitely do that. It might take you longer than to recovery. Yeah, you can do, but yeah, maybe take three days after that. And in between, you can do something else. I'm not saying recovery, you shouldn't do anything. Yeah. So you can just walk or do something else. It's not like you have to stop. Actually, it's better, especially if you have muscle ache a little bit. It's better to move and not to not do anything. Yeah. You have another question?
Yeah, the other ones are more specific, so they might be better at the end. I think because they're regarding like the 2 things on the back bend session, and 2 things for the King Cobra stuff.
Okay, then let's do that in the end.
Yep.
And in the meantime, we get started. Okay. But in the end, it's very nice you have these questions, because they can help everyone else. Okay, so let me share some music for you. So today we're going to work again in front split. We will try to go a little bit deeper. So we will use the wall. Now you can start to place the blocks on either side of your mat. The strap on the left side, I think. I hope I get this right. And then we're gonna just start by laying onto our back and bring the legs up towards the ceiling. You can keep the knees bent in the beginning. The feet are relaxed and the arms are on either side of your body. So we're just gonna hang out here for a few breaths. Maybe you can take circles with the ankles. And then change the direction. Start deepening the breath. So remember, you always want to use the breath to bring you deeper in the postures, and to use it as a tool to understand if you're going too deep. Yeah, so if you can't breathe, then that means that you went a bit too far. Very good. Then let's come in the center and flex the feet. If that's possible, you can also stretch the legs or just keep them slightly bent. That's totally fine. Now from here, you're going to place the palms down and we're going to bring the right leg down towards the mat, but don't let it touch. So we let it hover just few centimeters and then bring it back in. Same things with the left leg. So we bring it down and back in. Make sure that the spine stay grounded. So push the navel down. Inhale, right leg down. Exhale, back in. Left, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, right. Very good. Flex the feet in. Inhale, left. Exhale, in. 4 more. Inhale, right. In. Exhale, left. In. And right. Sharp. And left. Very good. Now the right leg goes. We place the right heel down, keep both feet flexed. Now grab the leg, left leg with both hands. You can grab behind the thigh, the knee, the calf, wherever you reach. And then flex both feet, keep the shoulders relaxed. Very good. We just stay here for a few breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. In. Exhale, 2. 1 last in. And exhale, 3. Very good. Bring the hands down, change right leg in. And left leg down. Flex both feet. Now grab behind the right leg. Right thigh, knee, calf, whatever you find. Try to keep the shoulders relaxed. Don't worry about going too deep yet. We just start to slowly open the back of the legs. So we're gonna work in the hamstrings, but also the front of the thighs, the front of the leg. Inhale, exhale, 1. In, exhale, 2. In, and exhale, 3. Very good. Now release the hands down, bring the left leg in, bend the knees. Okay, you can give yourself a nice hug, squeeze, rock side to side. And then we're gonna grab behind the knees and rock forward and back just a few times. Very good. And come up to a seated position. Now the feet are parallel, open hips width. Grab the blocks and place them under your hands. Fingers are pointing forward. The hands are just a little bit behind your hips. From here, we're gonna lift up into a revolved tabletop pose. Try to push the hips up. Now from here, we're gonna swing back, bring the hips backwards. Yes, very good. Flex the feet, lift the right leg up and heel down. Again, inhale up, exhale back. Inhale, left leg up, exhale down. Again, in and exhale, and right leg and down and in. Exhale back, left and down. 2 more. Up and down. Last one. 1, 2, and up and down. Push up. Very good. And then release down. Nice. Now let's extend the legs forward and place the blocks on either side of the legs, the smallest height. So from here, I'm gonna turn towards you. We are just going to lift the right leg, try to keep the spine long, and place it on the outside of the block and bring it back in. So let's go together. 1 and 2. Oh, this is 2. And 3. Very good. Let's change the height of the block. Try again. Up, down, and 2 and 3. Very good. We're gonna do 3 more. See if you can bring it to the highest or stay there and go 1 and back and 2. Very good. And 3. Nice. Okay, let's go to the left side. Try to sit tall, yeah? The hands are there to support you. We go left leg. 1, back, and 2, back, and 3, back, change, and 1, back, and 2, back, and 3, very good, and change, highest or stay there, 1, and 2, very good, 3, and back. Okay, nice. Place the blocks there. Now cross the legs and find your way into tabletop. All fours, hands and knees. Let's do a few rounds of cat and cow. So inhale, lift the tailbone up, arch the spine, exhale, round. Look towards the navel. Inhale, open, arch. Think of melting the heart. Exhale, round. 2 more. Inhale, open, and exhale, round. Inhale, open, and exhale, round. Very good. Inhale, come back to center, neutral spine. Tuck the toes under. Now imagine you're having a cup of tea on the back and you don't want to spill, not even one drop. Lift the knees. Stay there for 1, 2, 3, 4, very good, and 5. And now from here, lift up into downward facing dog. You can keep the knees bent, the heels lifted. Try to keep the spine long. Press the hands down. 1, 2, and 3. Now lift the heels even higher. Bend the knees and start walking forward towards the front of the mat. Keep the feet parallel. You can measure 2 fists in between the feet and glue the belly on the thighs. Relax the head forward. You can clasp opposite elbows and swing from side to side. Really relax everything forward, heavy. If you can shift more weight into the toes.
10 fingers.
Okay, very good. Then release the hands down. Bend the knees even deeper and start to roll up vertebra by vertebra. Okay, let's continue with some squats. So open the feet a little bit wider. Now we are gonna bring the arms as well. So open the arms to the side. Bend the knees, bring the arms forward. You can bring the shoulders forward. More weight is on the heels, and then we come back to center. So we're gonna bend, hands together, and then open. Very good. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, up. Keep on going. Bend. And very good. Long spine, even if the shoulders are coming forward. Into a diagonal, but not rounding. Exhale and in. Very good. Keep on going. Bend and up. Bend and up. Strong legs. Bend. 3 more. And 1. Up and 2. Nice. Make sure the feet are parallel. Last one. And up. Nice. So the arms also start to get warm. Now bring the feet together. You can turn to the side and really stand on the center of the mat. So from here, we're gonna open the right foot to the side, bend the right knee. The hands can come together here. And then we're gonna push to come back to center. Same thing to the left, open, bend the left knee and push. Now you really have to make sure that the feet stay parallel. Push, very good. And left, push, and nice, right, push, and left, push, and right, bend that right knee. Now left, bend deeply, and right, up, and left. We have 2 more on each side. Right, and left. Center, last one for each side, right, up, very good, left and up, nice. Let's go back to the front of the mat. Grab the blocks, use the highest set. Now the feet are parallel under your hips. You may bend the knees here. What are we going to do? We're gonna extend, come halfway up, look forward. And then as we exhale, we're gonna bend forward over the legs. Try to glue the belly on the thighs. Again, your knees can stay bent. Inhale, we come halfway up, flat back, long spine, look forward. Exhale, fold forward over the legs. See if you can bring more weight forward into the toes. Inhale, come halfway up, look forward. Exhale, fold. Very good. 2 more. Inhale, up. Exhale, forward. Fold. And inhale, up. And exhale, fold. Very good. Inhale, come halfway up. Now step that right foot just a little bit back. Feet are parallel, so they're pointing forward. Make sure you're not crossing the feet, yeah? Imagine your legs as train rails. So each one of them follows one line. So you have more stability. Now you may bring the blocks a little bit more in. Let's bend that right knee. Very good. If you can, flex the left foot. So right knee is bent, left leg is extended, the spine is long. So the blocks here help you to really keep that long spine. If you can fall deeper, then just bend the elbows. Yeah. Really learn how to work with blocks. Sometimes we have to put our ego aside a little bit, yeah? Blocks are a great tool to help you get deeper. You might think, oh, I'm using blocks, so I'm not good enough. No, quite the opposite. If you learn how to use blocks, props, the wall, and so on, the strap, you really will get deeper. Okay, let's change. So anytime you feel like you need the blocks, you need the strap, use it. Bend the left knee, flex the right foot. Long spine, stay there, look forward, try not to run the spine, and then if you can, bend the elbows. We know that we want to work with integrity, we want to work with the right alignment, yeah? And sometimes when we force ourselves not to use props, then we get out of that right alignment, and that doesn't allow us to go deeper, yeah? So using blocks, really make sure that you're right aligned, you're working properly, and then over time, you will see way more improvement, yeah, in your trade. Okay, very good. Now let's bring the feet together. Place the blocks on the floor and step back into downward facing dog. Let's lift that right leg back and up. Hips are squared. All 5 toes are pointing down. See if you can lift it a little bit higher without bending the knee. Press both hands down. And then as you exhale, come forward, bring the right knee towards the nose, around the spine. Inhale here, and exhale, step the right foot on the floor. Bring the left knee on the floor. If you need something soft, put it under the knee. We're gonna stay here. So again, let's grab the blocks. So you're gonna place the blocks under your shoulders so that the shoulders and hips are in one straight line. Right knee, right heel as well, in line. Okay, now from here, we're gonna just take a moment to feel that, that pelvis moving forward and down, and feel that all the muscles of the legs are hugging in towards the center of the body. Also, the navel is pulling back towards the spine and up. So there is a nice lift. Inhale here, open the chest. Exhale, keep the hands, keep the blocks there. Just shift the weight back. Flex the foot, half split. Inhale, forward. Exhale, half split. Flex the right foot. Inhale, forward. Open the chest. Exhale, back. Don't worry about going too deep. Use the breath. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Keep the spine straight. Yes. Inhale, forward. Push the hips gently forward. Exhale, lift the tailbone back and up, anterior tilt. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Let's stay here for a few breaths. Try to really flex that right foot. Lift the tailbone. Yeah, don't run the spine. This is like a cat spine. Try to create the cow spine. Yeah, very good. You will feel straight away how more intense it is if you have the right alignment in the pelvis. Now let's bend the right knee. Okay, you can keep the right hand on the block. Just move the block a few centimeters away from you to the right side. Yes. The left arm goes up. Create space here, and as you exhale, we're gonna bend over the right side. Left arm is long. Very good. Keep the shoulder down and really take a nice side bend. Now see if you can really think about the navel pulling in and up. Everything squeezing in, and exhale. Very good. Now stay there with the chest. Just extend the left leg, flex the foot, and then see if you can bring the left hand onto the block or move the other block to the side. So find your way. We are here into this kind of twist and half split. Very good. Try to really keep the shoulders away from the ears. And try not to round the spine too much. Exhale, 1. Bend the elbows to go deeper in. Exhale, 2. Very good. Now bend the right knee, come forward, replace the block where they were. You can keep them there. If you feel extra strong and you don't want to use the blocks, you can interlace the fingers and place them on the right knee. Now we're gonna lift the left knee by pressing the top of the foot down for 1. Place it down with control. 2. Down, very good. Last one, and 3. Down. Hands on the blocks. Shift the weight back into half split. And exhale. Come back forward again. Yes, I was right. So we need the strap that we place on the left side. So let's start, everyone, with the strap. If you feel stable in this position, you can place the elbow on the right knee or keep the hand on the block, if you don't feel stable. Now we're gonna bend the left knee and catch the foot with the strap. Yes, and then we start to bring the hand towards the shoulder. So we want to be facing forward, so create as much space as you need there. Now, if you feel this is okay and you want to try to catch the foot with the hand, we're gonna catch it from this way, so from the outside today. So the shoulder is turned in today. No external rotation. Yeah, very good. Now, either with the strap or without, we're gonna try, if you feel stable, to catch with the right hand the strap or the foot with both hands. Yes, wherever you are, that's good. Try to breathe for 1 and 2. Now with control, release that back foot. Release the strap and then shift the weight back into half split. Very good. Flex the right foot, lift the tailbone. If you feel you can go a little bit deeper now, bend the elbows. Try to keep the spine straight. Yes. 3, 2, 1. Very good. Then bend the right knee, find your way back into downward facing dog. We're gonna lift the left leg back and up. Flex the foot, all 5 toes are pointing down. Try not to let the left hip open. Very good. Straight knee, lift it a bit higher and then come forward, knee to nose, around the spine. Stay here, inhale. And as you exhale, step the left foot down. Place the right knee on the mat or onto something softer. Again, let's prop ourselves onto the blocks. Check in the alignment. You know by now, knee here in one line, shoulders on top of the hips, hands onto blocks. Very good. Let's take a moment here to sink the hips forward and down. Hug everything in. Find that navel activation towards the spine and upwards. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, come into half split, long spine. Very good. Inhale, forward, sink the hips down. Exhale, glide it back into half split. Keep on going. Inhale, forward. Exhale, down or back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Very good. Few more. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Imagine you're moving through honey, through butter. So there's a bit of resistance in the movement. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Last one. Inhale, forward. And exhale, back. We're going to stay here just for a moment. Flex the left foot deeply. All 5 toes, always remember, yeah? We always, not always, but sometimes we flex the big toe more than the pinky toe. So all 5 toes equally flexed. Nice. Now bend the left knee. Okay, keep the left hand on the block. Just move the blocks a little bit more to the side and bring the right arm up. Inhale, create space there. Exhale, take a nice side bend over the left side. Extend, yes, from the fingertips all the way down to the right knee. Very good. Try to relax the shoulders here. Keep on hugging everything in toward the center. Inhale and exhale. Now stay there. Just shift the weight back and bring the right hand onto the block. You can move or just use the hands together. Everything is fine, whatever you prefer. Keep on flexing the left foot. Yes, so we are in a twist and in a half split pose. Make sure that you're always doing an anterior tilt. So pelvis like in a cow pose, not in a cat, you know? And exhale, very good. Bend the left knee, reorganize the blocks. Let's bring them under the shoulders. You can keep the hands there, or if you feel stronger than usual, not stronger than other people, you can interlace the fingers, yeah? Okay, let's lift the right knee this time. Press the top of the feet down. 1, and lower, and 2. Very good. And last one. Up and down. Okay, shift back into half split just to release the right thigh for a moment. And then change. Come forward again. Let's move the, or better, let's grab the strap. Okay. Now we're gonna bend the right knee. Use the left hand to help you balance, or place the elbow on the knee. So let's use the strap in the beginning and really feel, or really turn both shoulders forward. It's much more intense than keep it here open. So we really want to square the shoulders forward. If this is okay and you want to go deeper, then grab the foot from the outside. And wherever you are, of course, you're welcome to stay. But if you want to go deeper, then left hand, you can grab the strap, or with both hands, you may catch the foot. Same thing, try to square the shoulders forward, yeah? Keep on hugging everything in to keep the balance. Pelvic floor muscles, lift also help you. So the muscles in between the legs, they are the muscles that kind of we squeeze when we want to keep the pee in. Okay, release the foot. That's a very easy explanation. And then shift the weight back. Flex the left foot. Let's stay into half split for a moment. Look forward. And then bend the left knee. Place the the blocks down. Step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, glide forward into plank. Now bring the pelvis down, navel in. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, tuck the chin towards the chest. From the hips, glide it back into downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward into high plank. exhale, hips down. Open the chest, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, chin to chest, glide it back into downward facing dog. Right leg back and up, flex that foot. Exhale, come forward, right knee to nose, round the spine. Stay. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Come up into high crescent lunge. And as you exhale, bring the hands on the hips. Now, we want to tuck the tailbone in here. So not having this here. So you can use the hands to really feel that. You can repeat the same movement one more time. And then extend the arms up. Squeeze the right leg straight. Then bend the right knee. Bend the left knee just few centimeters away from the floor. Squeeze the leg straight. Repeat. Squeeze the right leg straight. Bend the knee. Bend the left knee just few centimeters away. Squeeze it straight. Squeeze the right leg straight. Last time. Bend the knee. Left knee bend. Extend and extend. Very good. Now open the arms and come forward into extended pyramid. Place the hands onto blocks. Left heel is lifted. Yes. Try to look forward. Yeah, very good. Long spine. Here feel right hip back, left hip forward. So let's start working into that squaring of the hips that we will need it for split. Very good. Now, just bring the left heel down. So we're gonna turn the left foot into a 90-degree angle, so to say, so that the outer edge of the foot is parallel with the short edge of the mat. Now open the left arm. Bring the right arm up, and then here we're gonna reverse the position, so extend. Very good. Now turn that right foot in as well. Stay there towards the left side, and then come forward through the left side, all the way in between. See if you can catch the feet from the outside. Extend, exhale, catch the ankles, the heels, whatever you find, and then fold forward here. Over the legs. Very good. Yes. Try to lift the tailbone up. So like a peacock tail. You want to really show the tail up. And see if you can shift more weight forward. Now, if your legs are extended, you want to pull the kneecaps up. So you want to have the legs very active. If you have a micro bend in the knees, then that is happening automatically. Very good. Now, come halfway up and then start turning towards the right leg again. Bend the right knee and find your way up into downward facing dog. Glide it forward into high plank. Exhale. Now here, drop the hips down like we did before and open the chest. Press the hands down. Exhale, chin to chest. Come back into downward facing dog. The same sequence to the left side. So, the left leg back and up, flex the foot. Don't let the hip open, don't let the knee bend, and then exhale, come forward, knee to nose. Here, exhale, step the left foot down. Very good. Come up into high crescent lunge. Same thing, bring the hands on the hips. So you really want to feel that. Not here, but here, tucking the tailbone in. Keep on going, few more times on your own, and in. You feel straight away how the sensation changes. Now stay there, bring the arms up, and we go 3 times. Extend the left leg, bend the right knee, few centimeters away from the floor, stretch that right leg, stretch the left leg. Then bend the left leg, right knee, squeeze it straight, squeeze the left leg straight. The last time, bend the knee, very good. Bend the right knee, squeeze it straight, squeeze the left leg straight, open the arms, come forward into high pyramid. So I'm high on the tippy toes with the right foot. Yeah, don't worry about bringing the heel down. High on the tippy toes. Right hip forward this time, left hip back. I look forward, I extend the spine. If you want to come deeper, you just have to bend the elbows, yeah? But I highly recommend you to use the blocks. Inhale and exhale, very good. Now from here, we come up again and then bring the right heel down. So you're opening the right foot this time. Open the right arm and open the left arm. We're going to reverse here the position and then close the left foot in. We are now on the right side. Keep on going towards the right side and then come forward. Grab the feet from the outside. Inhale, we're gonna come halfway up, look forward, and as you exhale, fold forward. Again, more weight into the toes. Very good. Yes, stay there. Nice. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, come halfway up and start turning back towards the left side. Bend the left knee, step back into downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale, come forward into high plank. Exhale, drop the hips down. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, chin to chest from the hips, glide it back into downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg goes back and up. This time, keep the leg extended, let the hip open. So there is more space there. Very good. Inhale. As you exhale, come forward, bring the right knee to nose. Inhale, extend the right leg back and up. Exhale, come forward, right knee to right elbow. Step the right foot on the outside of the right hand. Here we are in lizard. You can shift the weight forward and back. And then bring the left knee down. Okay, so welcome to stay here. If you want, you can bend the left knee and with the right hand. So we are going into a twist this time. You can catch the right foot. Sorry, the left foot. Right hand, the left foot. Yes. If this is still okay, you can drop on the left elbow or use a block to make the floor come closer to you. Keep on opening the chest, keep on twisting and see if you can bring that left heel closer to your butt. Inhale and exhale, very good. Now release the foot. Lift the knee up and start turning to the side to come into a side lunge. Okay, now this is the first variation where you're using your hands. Yeah, if you can go deeper, then you can drop the hips down. Now I want you to keep the heel down. So for some people that will not be possible to lower the hip and keep the heel down, so you have to stay a bit higher. Yeah, we want to open the knee to the side. You can flex the left foot, and if you feel the angle is too wide, it's too open, then close it a little bit. Yeah, so bring the left heel a little bit forward. So we stay for 3, 2, 1. Very good. Now lift the hips, start to turn forward again in the lizard and then step back into downward facing dog. So last flow to the left side, the same thing. Left leg back and up. Open the hip, but keep the leg extended. Try not to bend the knee, so really feel that extended line. Then come forward, bring the knee to nose. Exhale. Inhale, push it back into 3-legged dog. Very good. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Step the foot down into lizard. You can come forward and back just a few times and slowly bring the right knee down. Welcome to stay here or take a twist. Bend the right knee, see if you can catch the foot with the left hand. Yeah. So here we want to really twist, 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 and at the same time try to bring the heel in towards the butt. Yeah, if you did drop on the elbow on the first side, with or without the block, go ahead and do the same. Always try to keep the the same variation on right and left side. So if it means that I forget something, sometimes I forget things as well. You bring yourself in the pose you did on the first side, yeah? And then I see you and I remember. Okay, slowly release the foot down, bring the hands down, lift the knee, shift back into downward facing dog. Now bend the knees, slowly bring them down, sit back on the heels. Very good. So now we're going to the wall. So you can bring the mat next to the wall, the door, whatever you have. We are not really putting too much pressure, too much weight there. Let's see if I have something soft for my knee. Okay, so make sure your knee doesn't hurt. So really have something soft. Let's start together because you did this already with me at least once before. So I'm not gonna really show it before. So I'm going to slide the right shin on the wall and bring the right knee down. Now the left foot is under the knee. We are here. So what are we starting to do? I hope you can see. Yeah, you can see me. So we are working on that pelvis tilt. So from here, you can keep the hands on the knee, but you can also, no, not also, sorry, I'm thinking something else. Do you have your blocks? If you don't, we are going to need them. So go, run, take the blocks, come back. Okay, if you did have the blocks, great. Okay, so let's find that alignment. So we want to bring the tailbone in and back. So this movement, you will feel straight away what happens if you tuck the tailbone in. A lot of sensation in the front thigh. Yeah, so we're just gonna do this a few times. Try to keep the hands on the left knee so that the spine is in an upright position. Very good. Okay, and then from here we are gonna place the hands on the blocks and bring the left leg forward. Yes, very good. So we are just here. We are going to take some pulses. So we shift a little bit more weight back and then down. So we come out of the pose and then back into the pose. And we try every time to release a little bit deeper. You want to use the breath. See if you can breathe deeply. Very good. Okay. The third part of the exercise, this is something new. Let's try it together. Press your hands on the blocks and see if you can bring the left foot or to straighten the left leg and to flex the left foot. Now from here, you may try to slide forward into kind of split, yeah? And see how far you get. Keep the hands on the blocks. You know? And exhale, one more in, very good. Nice, and exhale. Slowly, really press the hands on the block. Find your way back up. And we are going to change to the other side. So the left knee goes on the floor. Go ahead. Yes. If you need to shake the legs, shake the legs. Okay, so we start with the pelvis. So you can place the hands on the right knee and we're just gonna find that tucking in the tailbone. Big difference, yeah? Same, but it's different. So it's just a very micro movement here, nothing too big, yet it makes a huge difference. Very good. Place the hands on the block. Let's bring that right foot forward. Okay, now we're gonna sink the hips down. to come out of the pose, to come in the pose again. Make sure that the right heel and knee are in one line when you go deeper. So if you need to create space, move the foot forward slowly. Very good. In and down. In and down. Last one, in and down. Okay, now come a little bit out of the pose to stretch the right leg. So this is a kind of half split. And then see if you can slide the right heel forward. You use your hands on the blocks. Very good. Only go as far as it feels kind of okay, not comfortable, but you can breathe at least. That's already something. Inhale, exhale, 1. In, exhale, 2. Very good. Slowly start to come out. And then you can release the right knee down, the left knee down. Okay. If you want to come back to the room, so you feel you have not so much space next to the wall, you can bring the mat back. And then we're gonna try split again. So let's take split from an extended lunge pose. So we're gonna need the blocks again. I'm pretty sure we tried this already with me. So instead of coming in from a half split, we are starting in a low lunge, but you can see my heel is in front of the knee this time, yeah? And you can go forward with the heel as much as you can. So one day, eventually, the left hip will be flat on the floor, yeah? So we're just gonna stay there a few breaths, and then we're gonna kick into split again. So bring yourself in the pose. I'm just gonna wait for you here. Very good. Ideally, the shoulders are still in line with the, with the hips. You're not going forward so much. Try to keep the navel in. Very good. For 3, 2, 1, and we are going to change. Step the left foot forward. We are using the blocks, here. Left foot is in front of the knee. We try to sink the hips down. Here as well, even though we are splitting the legs, we still want to think left hip back, right hip forward in this case, yeah? So the hip of the front leg is pulling back, the hip of the back leg is pulling forward. Breathe deeply where you mostly feel the sensation. Maybe is in the front leg, maybe for some of you it's more intense in the back leg. Inhale, exhale, 1 more in, and exhale. Very good. Press the hands down, shift back. Now you can choose to kick into split as you prefer, from half split, or again from lizard, not from lizard, from this extended lunge. This variation is a bit harder, yeah? So you can choose though, whatever you prefer. So go ahead, I'm just gonna have a look at you. You're welcome to use the blocks. Actually, blocks are going to help you a lot. Yes, very good, Laura. Nice, Maxi. Yes, Nico, very good. Looks very good, Josie, as well. Now I can't see you, but your shoulders look in line with the hips. Very good. Okay, and slowly come out. Okay, and let's change. Kick the left leg forward. and in split. Same thing with the hips, yeah? So now left leg is forward, that means left hip back, right hip forward. Very good. Okay, come out. We have time if you feel like you want to try that again to do right and left side. Yeah, otherwise just wait for a minute or so. And then we're gonna join everyone together. Yes, Laura, you are all the way down on this side, right? Almost. Oh no, it looks like you're down. So well, you're definitely all getting lower in the split. So I'm happy. 2021 is the year you're gonna learn split. Okay, finish up on the other side. Take your time, eh? Take your time. Very good. Nice, Nicole. Nice alignment in the hips and in the shoulders, hips as well.
Here I go.
Okay, very good. Yes, you're ready. Someone taking circles. Very good. Let's come into child's pose. Very, very good. Nice. We did a lot in 1 hour. So bring the arms forward. Just relax here. Extend the spine. Make sure you empty the lungs. So exhale fully all the air out.
There's magic everywhere. So look at me standing.
Nice. And then slowly start to roll up.
Here on my own again.
Okay, swing the legs forward. And we're gonna scooch all the way forward. Make sure you have space behind you. And bring the knees to the chest. One more time. Okay, let's do some core activation. Interlace the fingers and bring them behind the head. Now extend the legs up. Point the toes. We're gonna lift the shoulders up. Now from here, we're gonna lift the hips up, and then as you exhale, you're gonna bring the knees, the elbows in towards the center of the body. Lift the hips up, exhale, like a tiny ball, curl in. Lift the hips, lift the shoulders up, exhale in. Lift the hips, exhale in. 4 more, in, lift and in, exhale. In, lift, exhale. In, lift, exhale. Last one. In, lift, exhale. Very good. Okay, squeeze the knees in. Extend the left leg. Right knee stays on the chest and take a nice twist. So you can guide with the left hand, the right knee down. Look towards the right hand. Let's relax the right shoulder. And then change. Extend the right leg, left in. Take a nice twist to the left side. You can look towards the left hand. Very good. Then come back to center. We're going to bring the feet behind the head. We're going to bring the feet behind the head. You can use the hands there to help you. And you can bend one knee at a time. both knees at the same time. Extend. And then slowly, slowly, you start to roll back. Down, down. Okay, good. Shoop. Very good. Nice. So we have now few more minutes. 2 more minutes, but we can go longer on that. And I'm gonna answer Nicole's question that maybe can help everyone. Okay, so go ahead, Nicole. Of course, if you now, Maxi, or also the people at home practicing with the recording, if you have questions, just let me know. Yeah, don't be ashamed, or don't feel like, oh, it's a silly question. Okay.
Okay. Well, first of all, it's nice to get closer to the split I used to be able to do 15 years ago.
That's nice. Yeah, I can see everyone is getting very close, if not there almost. Yeah. So
yeah. I'm having a bit of a tear because I thought, oh, I used to be able to do that, but well.
Yeah, yeah, keep on practicing, but we'll come soon, Nico, because you're very close. Winter is also harder to practice flexibility, by the way, because it's colder. Summer it's better.
And I have to be honest, when I did the split years ago, I did it with the hip open.
Yeah.
So I didn't do the alignment thing.
Yeah.
It was really like this.
This is a good, since you mentioned this is good for everyone. Why do we do this? I also learned it the way you did because of ballet or dance. And, but I'm gonna quickly tell you why we do like this. First of all, it's more intense. Yeah. This is a bit open and the weight is more on the left side. Actually, now I feel like, okay, why did I do this before? But anyways, it's okay. But we do this because let's say we want to progress in this. We want to go a bit deeper. So I want to bend that right knee. If my hip is open, see where the foot is going. Yeah. If I am like this, first of all, I work better, really stretch the iliopsoas muscle here. I really feel the hamstrings. And even though I'm all the way down, I still feel a lot of sensation here. It's not like I'm not feeling anything. But let's say I want to bend that right knee and maybe grab the foot. There we go, it's there. Yeah, so it's here for me. And I can square the shoulders as well. Yeah, this is a more yoga. It comes more from yoga than from ballet, which has the leg behind. But in general, it's better to practice this way, because then you work more into the stretching.
Yeah, and all is balanced.
Yeah.
Speaking of balance, maybe this is something that everybody else feels in one way or the other too. It's about the shoulder opening for the wheel. I do the version where I have the blocks on the little panel of the wall to make it easier for my hands. But I also noticed from your last course, I am only able to come up when my shoulders are wider. When I do it closer, I'm not as able to do it. And I felt it especially in my left shoulder when I did it like every second day that was whoop. So I was thinking, do you have any tips how to get the shoulders in a way open to, like when you do the wall thing with chin and chest, I can do that. It's not, it's absolutely perfect to do, but with a wheel, I'm not open enough. So how do I open the shoulders more so that I can closer with my arms and not have to go in the wheel like with a wheelbarrow?
So keep on practice all the shoulder opening thing. Yeah, wheel is more challenging. You can start with wider hands. That's fine.
Yeah.
You can also have a slightly outer rotation with the hands, where the hands are pointing a little bit to the diagonal, not in, but out. That makes it easier. And make sure that you really press the hands down, because you want to elevate the scapula here. Yeah, so we don't want to press like here. We really want to press the scapula up. What you can do is this shoulder flossing thing. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend to do this deep back bending every second day, Nicole, because then the shoulders are they are too sensitive in a way. If you feel it more on the left shoulders, maybe you had an injury a long time ago, or maybe it's because of how you work in the body, that's the left shoulder is more sensitive. Take care of that. Yeah, don't overdo it. But in general, shoulders tend to be very close, so you have to keep on working into opening them up with all the exercises we do. Puppy pose, on the wall, on the floor, shoulder flossing, and yeah, everything that we do for the shoulders in the class.
Okay, so that's fine. It was just puzzling for me that I can do all the flossing and the wall thing, but with the wheel I have to go further apart.
Yeah, but that's it will come. Yeah, just keep on doing all the other things, and then the shoulder will open up. But there's also a little bit of push in the wheel. Yeah, so
I'll do that.
Yeah, maybe staying in plank will help a little bit to find that strength in the arms. Yeah. But fine. I know wheel is challenging. It could also be because of the wrist. It's a lot of in the wrist sometimes for some people. Yeah. Maybe.
No, it's clear it's a challenge, and it actually feels more comfortable to push out of it.
Yeah.
It's really just the width of my arms, if it's like this or if it's like this. But I can do all the stuff here. It's just not able to lift up when I'm closer. But
then keep the hands a little bit more open. Totally fine. Yeah, totally fine to keep the hands a little bit wider.
Okay. Then the King Cobra. It was the day 4 back when King Cobra Sphinx. So I'm not sure which one is it. I think it's the Sphinx where we do something like, I think it's the Sphinx where we go up there. And I was sure if we're supposed to stay with the hip down or if it's all right to lift the hip up.
It's all right. So for everyone, because my video is highlighted so they can't see you. So this is the King Cobra. Now you can lift the hips a little bit higher. That's totally fine. Yeah. This is the King Cobra when the feet are bending back. Eventually we'll be able to do it with the hips on the ground, because then it's easier. You're staying there. You don't have to use the hands too much. Yeah. But it's fine because this is such a deep back bend that you can lift the hips a little bit higher there to get. Because you can see what happens if I'm not lifting the hips. Now I'm not super warm today, but if I'm not lifting the hips, in order to get deep in the back bend, I really have to use my back there. Yeah. If I'm lifting the hips, then it's a bit easier. This. Can you see that from the video? Yeah. Hips down, puff the chest up, and hips up. And so I don't know if it's very visible, but I can feel very much difference, yeah, in how I do that. It's more here. It's just more intense if my hips are down, because of course then the head and the feet are a little bit more far apart. So I really need to open my chest to get deeper there. So it's totally fine to lift the hips up. Not a problem at all, but very important in the King Cobra are the shoulders. So you don't want to bring the shoulders up. So you want to have this. Yeah. So you can practice when you do King Cobra to, and you're not lifting the feet up, you can practice to stay down. So only go as far as you can, roll the shoulders back and down and stay there. Then when you want to lift the hips up, when you want to bend the knees, you can lift a bit higher there. Okay.
Okay, so the end game, so to speak, is we try to aim for the hips being down on the floor. That will be the where we work for that. It's
Yeah, it's such an intense pose that I wouldn't put it that way. Some people, like for me, it's also very different. Yeah, I struggle with it. It's not like something I do so easily. Kids do this so easily. Julia, look what I can do. But it depends from day to day. So very flexible, very bendy people will be able to keep the hips down. That might not be the case for someone else, but it doesn't really matter. You know, it doesn't really matter. Okay. In general, it's the work that is different. So when you are doing Cobra, so your legs are extended, try to keep the hips down so that you really work with the chest.
Well, I do realize when I keep my hips down, I see kind of here.
That's okay, because even though you're very low, you're still working. You're still working there. Can you show me how, when you lift the hips up, what's the difference? No, but that's still okay. You're still down with the hips.
No, I'm having air all the way to my mid thighs.
Yeah, but a bit it's okay, Nico. A bit it's okay.
I don't think you see it. I'm really
maybe I don't see it properly.
I'm really off the ground.
Okay, now I can see it, I think. Let's see.
So staying hips down is here and lifting up.
Okay, a little bit. Yeah, but I mean, your thighs are still down, so it looks very good to me, to be honest. Yeah, so you can also practice the second variation because you're not coming off the ground so much, you know. Some people need a lot of space, way more than you do. And then it could be too much, but it's totally fine the way you do it. Yeah, so you can practice the second way even when you're not bending the knees. That's totally fine. And still thinking to puff the chest up and yeah.
Okay.
Also, some people have a very sensitive pubic bone. Yeah. And so they can't really be flat.
Mm-hmm.
So then they have to lift up. That can also be the case.
Yeah.
But that's okay. In general, I will, you know, for everyone it's a bit different what we do. So if you know, okay, I'm working well, I'm doing everything that Julia says, but it doesn't look the way I do it, it's the way it is. You know, it's okay. It's just
we're all lower when we try to grab our legs, and then we come up when we push. So with King Cobra, but without grabbing the legs, I can still go up like that and bring the knees up. So it's just I wasn't sure if it's correct that way.
Yeah, no, it looks very fine. It looks fine, Nico.
Well, last question then.
Yeah.
It's the star position for lying down at one point. I'm not quite sure. And we said like belly button down and stuff like that. And I wasn't sure because it's winding down. Is it okay to have the back relaxed?
Yeah,
or do we still try to straighten it?
No, in star pose you can relax down, and I like to interlace my fingers and keep this. So from above, it really looks like a star.
Mm-hmm.
So like this. Check, check. Yeah, and you can round the spine there. This is totally fine in star pose. Just to counter stretch. So you see my spine is rounded. If you can reach down also in star pose, what is nice, you have the arch in the feet. It's nice to rest the forehead there if you can reach it. It's really like you think it was made to rest the forehead on it. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I just found another last question. Sorry.
Yeah.
It was a standing split at the wall.
Yeah.
The standing leg, so the one that supports everything. Does it have to be straightened, the knee?
No, it can be bent. It can be slightly bent because some people you feel it's too much.
Yeah.
That's the case, yeah. You can keep it slightly bent. That's totally fine.
Okay, thanks. That's it.
Yeah, I have overstretched knees, for example. Yeah, so if you are someone that have very stretched knees, you have to make sure you use the muscle there, because that can also be scary. Yeah, and I would recommend to microbend the knees in the beginning to learn how to use the muscles, because in general, when, for example, I say here we go forward, if the legs are straight, now you can't really see, but my knees are pulling up and the legs are firm. If I'm not able to do this, I can microbend the knees, and then this thing will happen automatically. With slightly bent knees, the legs will be firm or much firmer than this. Here, they can be completely relaxed. Yeah, so I need to activate here. And if I'm not able to find that, then I need to microbend the knees, and then the legs would be firm. Yeah, here you see. So it's always very important. We are not relaxing the muscles. We are pulling up the knee. So you can try it by yourself. If you're folding forward, yeah, legs straight, you can be able to completely relax the muscle. No action there. But that's not where you want to be. You want to be able to lift the kneecaps up. And if you can do that, then you have to microbend the knees so that the legs can be firm, and then it's safer to fold, because we don't want to stretch this part too much. Yeah, you might feel okay, you're stretching it, but what you're stretching is the muscle, the calf and the back of the leg. You're not stretching tendons, ligaments. That's not the idea. They are there to protect you. If we start to stretch everything in the body, we're like spaghetti. Yeah? So they have to be firm there, and you have to use the muscle in order to protect this more sensitive part of the body. Yeah, so we want to stretch the muscles which are where the blood is, so to say. Tendons, cartilage, ligaments, they have no blood. Yeah, so they're like plastic. They're there to keep the body in, the muscle in as well.
So we do stretch it, but with control, so that it's not going like that.
Yeah, but to a certain point. Yeah, if you stretch it too much, then you get injuries. Yeah,
I noticed at the wall I can, stretch better the higher leg. Yeah. when my standing leg is bent, because if I try to straighten it, and that's where my insecurity came in, then I'm not really working on the split part. I'm really working more on the standing leg being straight.
I mean, if you don't feel pain, that's also fine. So you can bend a bit, stay there, and work the upper leg more, and then bend and then straighten and work the floor leg more. If you don't feel pain, then it's fine, But yeah, you don't want to be painful. So that's the only thing.
Thanks.
Great. Okay. Now I have to go. I have my yoga class in a bit. But it's nice to have all the questions. So if you have next, I'm always very happy. Take care. Enjoy this class. I hope you can repeat it in the week. And then I see you again on Wednesday.
Thank you very much, Guilia.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.